Hey guys, I was sitting like, okay, why is nobody here? There were like four people. I was like, wow, I like killed my making a murderer people. I felt like, oh my God. So I'm glad there's some people. I was starting to get nervous. What's up, Lisa? Hey, UFC. What's up, Sumi? Hey, Jura13. Hey, Jeannie. I don't know why my shirt blinks. I'm trying like not to wear black all the time, and now I blink. It's not an hour early. Oh, it is an hour early. Oh my God, I didn't even realize that. I'm thinking it was 9 o'clock. Whoops. Oh well, it's an hour early. Maybe that's why nobody's here yet, because I'm an hour early. I've been a mess lately. I'm sorry, Ziggs. I don't know why I was thinking 8 o'clock. That's weird. I usually don't do that. But that would explain why nobody is waiting. Thank you, UFC. I really never didn't even realize that, honestly. I'm an idiot. So I've hit idiot status. So Dane got his cast on today. It's lime green. YouTube told me it was an hour early. I am so sorry, guys. I did not even realize it. Like, honestly, I didn't even realize it. For some reason, I was thinking 9 o'clock. I was thinking it was 9. But that actually works out better for me because I got to give Dayton a bath and stuff because he can't do it by himself. Hey, Barbara. Barbara, what was that girl's problem? She was like freaking out. I'm like, wow. Hey, Batty Boop. So again, guys, I'm so sorry I'm an hour early. I did not even realize it. I don't know. Marissa messed me up with her time. Oh, well. So we're early. I will. You want to see him? Dayton! Dayton! Never leave it to kids to hear you across the house. They just cannot hear. Dayton! Oh my God. You would think I had like a 7,000 square foot house. Hey, Cindy. I know how to get his attention. Text him. That's how to get attention. Just text him. Alright. What's up, Val? What's up, Lynn? I know. You have to text. Barbara, it was crazy. I was just reading an article about why we forget people's names. Would you like me to research why we forget times? Hey, Julie. I text my boy. I know. I don't even have 2 floors. It's 1 floor. I'm like screaming. They want to see a cast. Let me put it on. Hold on. His green cast. It blinks. Okay. That's all. Love you.
Love you too.
Hey, Birdie.
Come here. There's 2 more people.
And the doctor was so cute. They had like every single color you could imagine. I told him I wanted to get purple. He said no. I was like, why not? Oh, my mom's 73. She texts all the time. When I don't answer a call, she texts me, are you dead? Yep, when you don't want them to hear you talking to someone else, then a child can hear from outside. Exactly. It's exactly right. Yeah, poor Dayton. But you know what? I was like, anyone that knows Molly knows, like, she doesn't remember names. She doesn't remember what she did 15 minutes ago. And she remembered Dayton's name. She doesn't even remember my damn name. But she remembered his name. She remembered that he broke his wrist. That was really sweet. I'm going to live with my kids. I told them that. I'm totally going to live with them. I'm going to be that mom next door. Or lives with them and says, you're not raising your kids right. I'm going to be that mom. Yeah, right? If I was on the phone and in another part of the house and the doors were closed and the windows were shut, they'd know. They would hear me then. Or if they need money. Yeah, he broke his wrist. He was playing soccer at school, which is crazy because soccer, you don't even use your hands. And he fell or something. He was tackled on and he broke his wrist. How is Katrina? Katrina's good. Oh, Monkey, my dad died of Alzheimer's. I know that pain. He was playing at school, Jen. I can't wait until my son leaves. I can't wait until all my kids leave. I tell them that all the time. Go. See ya. She really likes you, and I'm so glad two of you are friends now. I know, Barb. I said that to Barbie. I text Barbie. I'm like, oh my God. She remembered Dayton's name. She doesn't even remember my damn name. But she remembered Dayton's name. And then he broke his wrist. I feel so bad for Kim. So and it better not be a joke because I will kill Oni if I'm like announcing it. So fireside chat with Kim fell on ice because she lives in Alaska. She fell on ice and she broke her shoulder. I live at mine. I have a mother-in-law room detached from the main house. That's going to be me. Except I'm going to live right next to the kids' room. Hey, Joanna. So because I was early, I'm just like kind of killing time a little. Hey, Juju Positive. I'm just kind of killing time a little since I was early. I'm not going to kill an hour, but like another 10 minutes or so. Just because I feel so bad. Yeah, we all thought maybe it was like a April Fool's joke, but it wasn't. She really did. Hey, Lisa. Hey, who's your daddy? Yeah, I know. That's why I said I'll kill Oni. Hey, Mac, welcome to Patreons. Oh, no, the Alaska trip, Lynn, I thought of that too. But she never actually said when it was. Personally, if I went, I want to go in the summer anyway. I don't want to go to Alaska when it's snow and ice. Ugh. I agree, Juju Positive. I bet she does wish it was a joke. Hey, Ben. Hey, Tyra. So I already undid sarcasm. Aw, thank you, Barbie. I already undid sarcasms. I did her that night. I unblocked her that night. That was an accident. And mods have already been told, no matter what, don't remove Patreons or don't block them. It was an accident though. Barbie did it by accident. Hey, Natalie. Katrina, everyone's asking how you were. She still can't comment? She should be able to. Hang on, let me double check. Aw, thank you, Anita. Alright, I'm gonna take a look. She shouldn't still be blocked. That I can promise you. Because I personally removed her. Removed the block. Bear with me. Um. All right. I have never had so many blocked people in my entire life. Like, in my life. This is like my Facebook list of blocks. And it's so funny because all the people that make videos about me are on this list. I find it hysterical. Um... All right, I'm going through every single one. Bear with me. Oh, there she is. I don't know why. Let me make sure there's nobody else on here that's blocked that shouldn't be. So far, I just see hater after hater after hater. I think I got everybody. Oh my god, that's so funny. I cannot believe how many blocks I have. This is crazy. All right. I think I've unblocked everyone. All right. I'm coming back. All right. Hey, Laura, glad you came early. Jennifer, was actually a mistake. Sarcasm, I'm so sorry. I really thought I unblocked you the other day. I don't know what happened. All right. So we're going to get started in a minute. It's just with like so many people, with me being so early. Hey, Clary. Hey, Beck. Thank you, Penguin. Hey, Steph. Well, it is a big deal. You shouldn't have been blocked. But it was an accident. Accidents happen. Everyone said Barbie did it. And it was an accident. Oh. I know you can't see that. I gotta fix that. Okay. Hey, Guy and Jackie. So hopefully, because it's making a murderer, hopefully we won't have any trolls. Trolls seem to stay away from making a murderer. Please, I wish you knew more about it. Knew more about what? Making a murderer? So, unfortunately, for those of you not familiar with Making a Murder, it would take me forever to try and keep you up to date. So, I'll give you like the quick rundown when I start. Ben, leave it to you. You glad March is over? How come? Guy and Jackie, I can't definitely say no drama, but usually making a murder videos is no drama. Plus, there's like some big drama. MFW or someone is on. Seriously, plan accordingly. Where you going, Sarcasm? You leaving already? So I'll get started in a minute. Give it like 5 more minutes. And then, sorry to people that didn't catch on. Or they didn't see the notification that I was starting. Because I'm going to do things a little differently tonight. I was going to just upload a video about it. And then I decided, you know what? Let me do a live. Because a lot of people like to ask questions. And then I'm constantly checking comments, you know, answering questions. So I figured maybe it's better to do lives. Like, I know Gray does that. Like, he does almost all lives and rarely uploads. And I kind of like that because then you're, like, interacting with people. And I find it better. Don DeFlippo finally comes to this channel. Thank you, Don. I gotta make this a little higher. Okay. That should be good. Sarcasm's here. She's right here. If they aren't hating, you ain't doing something right. I know, Ruda. But sometimes it gets really, really annoying. Yeah, I mean, it really does. Don, you finally found me. It's about time. And I think February, March, April. I think my other channel will be open next month. It's been a while, I know. That's because you never came over here. Hey, Melody. Hey, Beth. Sometimes lives could be bad because you get distracted from the topic and drama starts. That's true. But it's just doing making a murderer. And for making a murderer, people, they always have questions. So it is. It's just easy. Like, I personally, I can ignore the trolls pretty easily when I'm not in drama mode. And I'm not in drama mode tonight. I'm in making a murderer mode. So it's different. Like, making a murderer to me is like what Chris Watts is to a lot of these other people that covered the Chris Watts, like, you know, from beginning to end. The difference is, like, I didn't use Discovery for research. Like, I did all my own research, as well as a lot of other people in here. And that's, like, the easiest way to compare it to. Like, I know that case inside and out. Yeah, my Making a Murder, this won't be a 7-hour live. This probably go about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, because I got to give him a bath. Because he can't get his cast wet. You're exactly right, Jura. It is. For some reason, like, if I don't wear black, it blinks. I don't know why, and it's horrible. But I wear black so much. I'm like, you know what? I need to show, like, I have more wardrobe than just black. The new AG is like the old one. I'm going to get into it in a minute, Don, but it doesn't surprise me at all. I called this. Travis, of course, yelled at me that I was an idiot and I was wrong. So it just goes to show that I really, really, really need to be an attorney. Like, I need to get off my lazy ass, sign up for school, make sure I can do a financial aid, and just do it. Because I think I would be amazing. I just hear a side of it. I just watched. Oh, you just watched it, Ruda? Hey, Greg. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I have to do one more thing. Shut my door. I have to do one more thing, though, so this way you guys can see the motion. Give me a moment. You know what? You may not be able to. All right. S, you would be Laura. What does that mean? Thanks, totally, Trisha. Oh my God, you're not lazy at all. I know. I don't mean lazy like that, but I've been putting this off for like 3 years.
When am I gonna take it?
When I'm done.
When's that?
When I'm done. I'll give you a bath later.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you too.
Kids.
Tell them what you did to me yesterday or today.
Bullying you? That was bullying you? What'd I do?
Remember when you, today you were like, want a dum dum dum
Do
dum?
you guys want to hear something funny before I start? So we leave the orthopedics, because he had to go to the orthopedic surgeon today. So we leave there, and they had by the nurse's station, they had dum-dums, lollipops, like a whole array of them. So we were walking out, I said, Dayton, do you want a dum-dum-dum-dum? The nurses all were hysterical laughing. It was really funny. That's all. He wanted me to tell you guys. True story. All right. We're talking about murder stuff.
Why? That's creepy.
Goodbye. Love you.
Bye. Love you.
See you soon.
See you later. It's kind of hard to close this door.
He is cute. Yeah, the nurse. I didn't think the nurse were gonna find it that funny. I was just like, "Hey, you want a dum 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 dum?" He's so precious. He is. All my kids are great. They really
you
are.
left that stove on, right?
Did I?
Yeah.
All right, turn it off.
Phoenix.
Leave the door open because he wants to go in and out.
Okay.
It was funny.
My arms are full.
He is cute. He's a little booger.
I'm not a booger.
You are too a booger.
You're a booger.
All right, so let's get started.
Where do you see me on that?
Kids, I tell you. Who's leaving? You need a dum. I do need a dum-dum. Is Marissa okay? When I left, she was good. Not a booger. Now you're gonna hear 3 teenagers screaming. He does say hello. He is a good kid. He's my baby. Ah, thanks, Barbie. Cream soda dum-dums are the best. I totally agree with you, Jura. They are the best. No, he said I left the stove on. I was like, whoops. Hey, booger. All right, so let's get started. Don't mind them. 3 teenagers and 1 girlfriend. So that's 4 teenagers. And 2 boys, and they fight all the time. All right. So the new paperwork is in. Let me pull it up. I'm not surprised by it at all whatsoever. It is pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be. I still have my work stuff here. Hold on. Here it is. Okay. So it's like 19 pages, which I honestly think she did it like that because that's her. And hold on, let me make it smaller so I could see it while I'm speaking to you guys. And I'll post a link to it if you guys want to look at it like with me. All right, so here's the link for it. So I just posted the link. All right, so as of today, or actually it was filed on the 29th, which was Friday. Hey, Robbie. You know, life hasn't really started when you don't hear Laura pounding on the keyboard. Hey, Birdie. Do you know, all right, before we even start, speaking of that, Birdie, do you know that somebody like made an issue about that? Like one of the haters made a video and made like an issue about the keyboard sound that I make, like, and how annoying it is. Then don't fucking watch me. Like, I don't cater to you. I can't mute it when I have guests on, or you're not going to be able to hear the guests. So that's why I don't have to wear a headset. But I can't mute it. So I couldn't believe someone made an issue out of it. I'm like, oh my God, you hate me so much, then don't watch. Part of my keyboard is my thing. And it's because of my nails, though. It's my nails is what makes it so loud. It's not the keyboard. It's a expensive keyboard. It's a good keyboard. It's a gaming keyboard. But I type fast, and I type with my nails, so it's loud. Thank you, Clary. All right, so let's get started. So on the 29th, Hulk smash keyboard. That's what my ex-boyfriend used to say. So filed on the 29th, state response to defendant's motion for new trial based on alleged Youngblood violation. There's so many things in here that I think are so messed up and wrong, but what do we expect from her? But the first thing I want to start with is, hey, Brady, is the one thing that everyone fought me over I'm at the point, I'm just, like, Beck takes so much shit for me on Twitter that I'm just going to start naming names. T Manaswak told me I was an idiot, or told Beck I was an idiot. Travis, a couple of other people, she doesn't know what she's talking about, blah, 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 blah. And meanwhile, I'm always right. That's the scary part. So, the first thing I want to talk about is one thing they all told me I was an idiot on, and that was getting her recused. And if you're not sure what recuse is a term by a court when you want that judge to come off and you want another judge to come on. I compare it to like getting a bad haircut, and then you go back for another haircut and they tell you that you have to go back to the same person. Well, if you got a bad haircut like a couple times in a row, you don't want to go back to the same person. You want somebody different to fix it. So that's like the easiest way to explain a recuse if you don't know what it is. And I knew they were going to deny her. I mean, I knew she was going to deny it. Why the judge has the right to deny it, I still can't figure out. You know, it's kind of like the hairdresser telling you, well, you have to go to me. Oh, no, don't worry. I'll do you for free. You know, somebody else in the shop will do you for free. It just doesn't work like that. Welcome, B-Lady. So I'm going to look at chat here and there. So I'll be like, if you want to contact me personally, like if you want me to really see it out of the corner of my eye, just tag me, you know, do the @ symbol and then type my name. So the thing about a recuse is I just experienced a bad haircut. I'm sorry, Anita. The thing about a recuse is it's the judge that decides if she's going to recuse or not. I knew damn well that this judge was not going anywhere. Didn't matter what they said. I knew that she wasn't going anywhere. And what happened was everyone was telling me that she was, you know, she had a recuse because her and Kratz was on a trial, was on the civil suit together, some bullshit like that. And I knew that it meant nothing. I don't know if it was Zellner's fault and she was just kind of throwing shit against the wall, like seeing if it would stick. But I'm not smarter than Zellner. Zellner knows the law and she knows her shit. And I don't think she thought it was going to stick. Now, should Judge Bitch automatically recuse herself in a non-corrupt trial? Absolutely. There's no reason for her not to. The problem is that because it's so corrupt, she's definitely not going to, and I knew she wouldn't, and there was no real, like, dead set law that was going to cause her to recuse. So it seemed, what I didn't know that I read is that it looks like 2 other judges had recused themselves for whatever reason. So the Supreme Court, or not the Supreme Court, the appeals court may look at that, possibly look at that and say, you just want a judge that's going to give you what you want, and so on and so forth. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. That could happen. I have a girl crush on Casey. I always said I want to be Casey when I grow up. Hey, Tawanda. If your barber sells hats, that's a red flag. Good point. So this is what Avery claimed in the original statement. Stephen Avery seeks reversal and a new trial based on alleged violation of Arizona v. Youngblood. Avery's motion should be denied without a hearing for the following reasons. His claims are procedurally barred. His claims are not cognizable on collateral attack. Even if he could raise a due process claim, he failed to meet his pleading burden. His statutory claim, which, see what I have to deal with? Which is not cognizable, is without merit, and anti-rapid DNA identification is not authorized or approved for forensic use, and therefore it cannot be used to test the forensic samples at issue in this claim. Now, it goes on to 19 pages, and I'm going to get through it all, but I'm going to give a brief synopsis of what it all means. First, she's saying, which this is where I totally disagree. One of the things that stuck out for me when I read it earlier is that she's saying that Avery didn't test the bones. Zellner didn't test the bones earlier, which is like so wrong on so many levels because she didn't know about it. You can't test something that doesn't exist. You can't test something if you don't know about something. That's why she put it in with the Supreme Court. Now, I'm speaking logically and not as an attorney, but logically speaking, that's perfect. Like, she can't test something if she doesn't know about it. And Avery did put in for the bone testing back in 2011. How she can deny that and say that, they didn't ask for it, to me, she's just kind of spinning wheels, hoping that it's not going to matter to the state. So I honestly don't know how they're not winning that part, but that's the only thing I could think of. Avery also requests the trial court recuse himself. And then she literally did like 4 or 5 pages on this recuse, which, to be honest with you, really doesn't matter. For that, I can easily sum it up. She's not leaving. And she does go through all the reasons why, but it's kind of stupid. We're discussing making a murderer. Chan docs will call the cops on other Chans. Huh? This Chan? Jules, see ya. And hold on, let me go back to that. Now I lost it. Where'd it go? Now I can't find it. Did I accidentally close this out? I don't think I did. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's right. It wasn't on the top. I thought I closed out. I was like panicking. I'm like, no. Shella, she's gone. Do I think he was set up by the state so they don't have to pay him? Fancy, I think it goes a lot bigger than that. It's still in circuit court. I'm really involved with this case. I'm new to the chat. Hello, host. I'm curious if it is still in. As of right now, it's kind of both. It's still in circuit court, but it's in the appeal court. But only certain issues are in the appeal court because in the circuit court, she still has not actually filed the actual appeal. What she's filed so far is like the new issues that arose, but she still has yet to file the actual appeal. So technically it's still in circuit court, but it needs to head to the appeal courts. They're waiting for her to file it. But she had to take care of this other stuff. So, Proud Independent, I definitely believe he's innocent. All right, so let me go back to it. So she goes on for a couple of pages about this issue. About why, it doesn't matter and why she doesn't need to come off. Now, Avery requests recusal because Judge Bitch was a member of the Crime Victim Rights Unit. This is the thing with Ken Kratz. This argument always also misses the mark, which I absolutely agree with. Judge Bitch was not assigned to handle any of the post-conviction motions filed by Avery until Avery filed his first Wisconsin statute motion pro se on February 2013. It's a matter of public record that this court did not receive any judicial assignment for Avery's case until April of 2013, which is really what I said, just wrapped up in one little nutshell. And everyone bashed me for it, saying I was wrong. I didn't know what I was talking about. And once again, I was right. So they can all kiss my fat butt. Then it went into the bone fragments. So this is really, really important, though. So with the bone fragments, the Wisconsin Supreme Court created a simple rule designed to limit successive post-conviction motions and appeals in criminal cases. Defendant... Why did that just go blank? That was weird. Alright. Did it just, flip out for you guys? That was, really strange. If it flipped out for you, don't worry about it. Just ignore it. That was just really weird. No, it's not your internet. It's weird. I don't know what happened. But it'll come back. It'll pop back up in a second. I just went from 133 down to 60, and now everybody's fading. I don't know what happened. Seriously, it was an April Fool's. Now everyone's leaving. They think it's over. All my numbers dropping. Now it's nobody left. Hey, Lucia. Still buffering. Refresh it from the top. Yeah, that's so weird. Looked like it ended up... I know, right? I don't know what happened. B-Lady didn't cut off by you? Yeah, because even I saw it shut off. And I watched all my numbers go bye-bye. I'm like, wow, everyone's leaving me. Maybe Ellie tapping my computer. Might be. Took me to another channel for some reason. The channel started to load. See, everyone's saying I went to another video. Whose video? I lost half the people in here. That's so weird. I think it is the Russians, Marty. Fancy, I'm here, I'm here. You're coming out, put me on an old live. That's so weird. I have never... Yeah, right, Aries? Thanks, Greg. Mine just went blank. That was weird. Mine just said... See, everyone got different things. Took you to Pink's live? That's so weird. No, it's the same one because I'm looking at whatever you guys see. Hey, Potty Mouth. That's strange. Because, I was thinking maybe if it was, at 9 o'clock. But I'm still on my VPN, so I know nobody hacked into it. That's so weird. And now I lost everyone. Obviously, it's delayed for everybody. It's Kratz. Kratz broke into my system. It is a Twilight Zone. It's funny, though. I mean, I've been doing YouTube a couple of years now, and I've never seen that happen. Mine said live starting soon. Went to a different channel, no idea. Exactly, Marie. Hey, Patrick. Long time no see. Yeah, but it was like YouTube glitched, Rainbow, not like my software. That was like total YouTube. Because I was still like yapping away, and all of a sudden I see it went blank. I was like, wow. I think it is a YouTube April Fool's. It just cost me about 70 people. Krat's too stupid for that? You're right. It is 8:46. And like I started early, but it still should have like cut out. If it was going to cut out, it should have cut out like at 9, not at 8:45. See, and some people didn't even get it. That's so weird. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Someone, like, log out and see if it's showing that I'm live. Because, literally half the people may have thought that it was over. Stacy, I did start already, but then we had, like, a glitch. 10:46. We didn't get too far, Stacy, because then, like, YouTube had this weird glitch and cut out. Same here, Patrick. Ryan H. guessed your password. I think so. Or Scott Taddick. It doesn't show that I'm live, right? Tawanda said it. So Jennifer says it does show I'm live. So it does for some and not for all. So weird. Alright, so it shows that I'm live here. I went to a new page. I see you live. Okay. Alright, so hopefully people start coming back. Yeah, it looks like people starting to come back. I just watched it drop all the way down to like 30. I was like, ouch. Hey, Jamie. All right. As long as it's showing I'm live. Oh, huh. All right. I'm not. See, some people are saying they're not seeing it. Some people say they are. So strange. All right, so let's get back into it. Hey, Jamie. I don't want to log out just in case I can't get you back in. I get it, Vanessa. It's okay. Dun dun dun. I gotta find it again. All right, here we go. It was very weird. It was strange. So your Facebook message. You know what, Patrick? I have not been like promoting it on Facebook like I should be, but at the last second, I was like, oh my god, I didn't even put this in any of the rooms or anything. That wouldn't happen on Go Lightly. You don't think so, Don? I saw this happen to a guy with 1,000 in chat. It was YouTube. See, now Birdie found me. Yeah, it looks like everyone's starting to come back. It was crazy. But so far, nothing here. YouTube pickup. Oh, I'm tired. All right. So the bone fragments. Back to the bone fragments. So now I can't even see. You're not on my YouTube notifications. Patrick, you gotta hit the bell. It does. She gets purple rain. Yeah, I don't know what that's about with that purple rain stuff. Actually, it has happened to Molly. She gets that purple rain stuff. I never get YouTube notifications. Wow, that's weird. Because I have it set up that you guys are supposed to get it like, what you call it? Supposed to get it 12 hours ahead of time. Even if like I only post an hour. Now my eyes are tearing. I don't know why. I think I'm on too much. Hey Cheryl. Okay. So, I can't stop yawning. Oh, yeah. All right. So the defendant must raise all grounds of relief in his or her original supplemental or amended motion for post-conviction relief on or direct appeal. They're saying that Avery did not do this, which the reason that they're stating, let me look again, but the reason that they're stating this is because saying that he should have done this earlier, but he couldn't have done this earlier. So this is where I'm a little confused on that part because it doesn't make sense to me. Judge Bitch is saying that the purpose behind the rule is clear. The promotion of finality in criminal litigation by requiring defendants to bring all available grounds in for relief in a single post-conviction motion or appeal unless there are good and sufficient reasons for not doing so. You can't, this is what I'm saying, you can't motion for something if you don't know about it. So for them to say, for Judge Bitch to say that, you know, Zellner should have filed it originally, she didn't know about it originally. So Judge Bitch's argument in that is, to me, is completely moot. And I can't even imagine the Supreme Court, I keep saying Supreme Court, the appeal court agreeing with her, because it just doesn't make sense. There is no dispute that Avery had a direct appeal. There's no dispute that Avery's filings are successive and repetitive, which I can't disagree with. There is no dispute that Avery has chosen to take a piecemeal approach to collateral review, and Avery has not demonstrated a sufficient reason for failing to bring up the claims in a single post-conviction motion or appeal. He simply wants the court to treat him differently and not apply the procedural bar. That to me is going a little far-fetched. But at the same time, I kind of agree with her. Because instead of making it all in a motion, like I said originally, and bringing up all the facts on appeal, they're doing every single thing individually. And it seems to me the Wisconsin courts are just not having it. They don't want to do everything piece by piece. They want everything together on one appeal, which is what I said way back when. I don't know why it's being done like this. I don't think it's working for her. And I don't know if other states find this to be a much better way to present an appeal. But in the state of Wisconsin, it is definitely not working. So hopefully she does it differently next time. I'm not sure. On the flip side of that, plain devil's advocate, the Supreme Court kind of told her to do it this way. And they granted her this motion. So it's very, like, I'm not really sure which way it's going to go. But I do agree with some of the stuff Judge Bitch is saying. So did I think it was states? This is the state's response, Crockett. I thought this was state's response, not the judge. The state is the judge. The judge does answer for the state. The judge writes it. One of the things that they wrote is for the recuse and the bones and stuff. The judge is answering. The judge is writing for the state or the state, whatever. Hey, Amanda T. So any claim for a new trial premised upon the failure. Oh, actually, you know what? No, the state. Let me rephrase that. It's not for the state to answer. It's for the judge to answer. Maybe I said this wrong. It's for the judge to answer because the courts want to know what. Yeah, this is the state's response, and you guys are confusing me. It's like I know what I'm talking about, and then you guys totally throw me off for a loop. This is the state's response. All right, let me go back to where I was. Try to throw me off, Brady. Okay. First opportunity to raise this claim regarding the failure to previously test the bone fragments occurred during the direct appeal. Appeal counsel could have raised the claim within the context of ineffective assistance of trial counsel for not requesting further testing after the FBI report was submitted. Since the planted evidence theory was central to the defense, it could have been argued that further testing might have supported the theory. To me, that's speculation. And I don't think she has a right to speculate in that sense, or the state does. Second opportunity to raise this issue came when Avery filed his Wisconsin 974 motion pro se on the 13th. Avery raised claims of ineffective assistance of both trial and appellate counsel in that motion. Now, mind you, this bone theory, Avery put in his 2011 appeal. So for them saying that, he should have added in 2013, one, it was in the 2011. Two, if they gave away the bones in 2011, then it really doesn't fucking matter if they filed something in 2013 because the bones were gone already. So right there is an argument I don't agree with, and I think it makes absolutely no sense at all. Because, again, he had it in writing in 2011. So now all of a sudden in 2013, they have nothing. It doesn't make any sense, especially when they said that they gave away the bones in 2011. So it really doesn't matter what happened. And I don't even think Avery had an attorney in 2013. I think that's when he was doing it on his own. And it was. How is Avery going to know that? The appeal courts don't have to give you everything just because you're a pro se. Like, they expect you to do it the same. But at the same time, they can't expect him to know everything. And the 2011, again, said that he wanted to test the bones. So then they go on to say, however, no test was made to test bone fragments to support the planning defense, and there was no claim of ineffective counsel or trial of appellate counsel for failing to raise the issue. Third opportunity to raise any claim regarding the bone fragments occurred when current post-conviction counsel filed Avery's second appeal on 2017, which is when, she took over. Nowhere in this filing, nor in any of the Avery motions for reconsideration filed since 2017, after this court denied the June 7th motion for post-conviction relief, is there any request to test bone fragments. Now, I'm not sure if this is literally a fail on Zellner's part, or if it's not a failure on Zellner's part. Because I'm just guessing here, but I'm assuming that Avery didn't, Zellner assumed, and I go, as an attorney, you never want to assume, but Zellner assumed that Avery putting it in writing in 2011 was going to be sufficient, and she wouldn't have to worry about it after that. And that's just my guess. I have a really good feeling that I'm right, because I would rather think it's that than, she totally missed the mark. I have a hard time believing, she totally missed the mark. I'm not buying it. And then it goes on the 19th. The Avery's Pride investigator, James Kirby, filed a Freedom of Information Act request with the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, requesting, among other things, all investigative reports on the Avery case beginning in 2005 through April 19th of 2018. The Calumet County Sheriff's Department handled the matter as a public record request. Sheriff's Office indicated a willingness to comply and advised Kirby the cost would be $279.25 at 25 cents per page. On April 25th, 2018, Kirby tendered payment in the amount of $279.25. On May 29th of 2018, included in the 1,117 pages of investigative reports was a report of evidence custodian Jeremy Hawkins, detailing the disposition of certain bone fragments evidence. The report was dated September 20th of 2011. Deputy Hawkins' report is numbered 1114 to 1115, which is Exhibit 2. Current post-conviction counsel acknowledged receiving the investigative reports on or about May 30th, 2018 in her motion to compel production of recent examination of DASI computer file. Now, armed with this information, current post-conviction counsel could have and should have filed a motion in the Court of Appeals asking leave to expand the scope of the remand order issued by the Court of Appeals on June 7, 2018, to include claims based on the disposition return of the bone fragments. Counsel failed to do so. Consequently, any claim regarding the disposition of the bone fragments is barred by application of something. The language in Ascalano-Norjano is dispositive. So what it means, because I know that was like kind of wordy. So what that means in a nutshell, hey, Allie, is that if the defendant's grounds for relief have been finally adjudicated, waived, or not raised in a prior post-conviction motion, they may not become basis for a 97406 motion. The language of subsection 4 does not exempt a constitutional issue from this limitation unless the court asserts that a sufficient reason exists for either the failure to allege or to adequately raise the issue in the original supplemental and amended motion. Now, here's the thing. This is what I'm having a hard time grasping. If the state is right, then I have to say, what the fuck is Zellner thinking? If the state is wrong, Zellner's going to prove it. But I see so many of these dumb-ass mistakes, or what look like mistakes, that, how do I say this? They're like so repetitive that I kind of think the state is winning on this. Now, again, I might be wrong, but I literally cannot see how Zellner keeps making these fucking stupid mistakes. There is so much invested in this case. So one of them is wrong. I don't know which one is wrong, but one of them is wrong. They both make sense. They both have logic. But the state seems like they know what's going on in their own state. Does anyone know if Laura turned off the stove? Yes, I turned off the stove. The kids did. I have, by the way, off track, I have 3 kids. I have 2 teenage 14-year-olds and 1 11-year-old. Because someone made a comment. Someone thought I was making, like, my mom with a broken wrist, like, do shit. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything when he doesn't have a broken wrist. Hearing many bad things, I'm almost afraid to. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm so confused about what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing. I honestly don't. I just don't. So let me move on. And then the state says, now, why do I keep losing the damn page? All right. Even if the claim is not procedurally barred, it cannot be raised in a Wisconsin statute 94602, whatever. Petition is limited to jurisdictional and constitutional issues, and then it gives case law. Avery's motion for new trial based on an alleged Youngblood violation must be denied because he has no cognizable, constitutional, or jurisdictional claim. At best, he has a statutory claim, and that is not enough. That's too legal for me. I can't really explain it because, I mean, even though I kind of understand it, I could be way off on that. So I'm just going to leave that one to the experts. Avery spends much time and effort arguing the state violator's due process when it disposed of the bone fragments recovered during the investigation of Halbach's disappearance and death. Avery relies on Arizona versus Youngblood. The reliance is misplaced. Youngblood and its progeny do not apply to post-conviction proceedings. That's huge. Huge. Because Zellner's been quoting this case for months already. You know, it falls under Youngblood. It falls under Youngblood. If the state is right, she's using a case that can't be used in post-conviction proceedings. That's another major flaw on Zellner's part. If true, I don't know if it's totally true, but if true, that's a serious mishap. You can't use case law that's not going to apply to the case. And I know that in the original motion for this, she did use case law that didn't apply. And not that it didn't apply, but it wasn't right case law. Like, it didn't make any sense. So it's kind of weird that she's using, that's something in my hair. It's kind of weird that she's using case law that doesn't apply to post-conviction. What's up, Falcon? Let's see. And, hold on. District attorneys for the 3rd Judicial District versus Osborne. In Osborne, the court determined there is no procedural or substantive due process to DNA test the state's evidence in a post-conviction proceeding. Similarly, there is no due process right under Wisconsin Constitution, either because the due process clause of the Wisconsin Constitution is the substantial equivalent of its respective clause to the U.S. Constitution, State v. McManus. Osborne sought access to state evidence so that he could apply new DNA testing technology that might prove him innocent. Osborne claimed that he had a due process right to access evidence during post-conviction proceedings so that he could do short tandem repeat DNA testing. Osborne asserted that such testing was more discriminating than DQ alpha or RFLP methods that were available at the time of his original trial. However, Supreme Court rejected his invitation to recognize a freestanding liberty right to DNA evidence testing in post-conviction proceedings. The court determined once a defendant has been proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt after a fair trial, he does not have the same liberty interest as a free man. That is huge. Huge. How Zellner could not have caught that is beyond my comprehension. Absolutely beyond my comprehension. Hey, Letha. I do not understand how Zellner did not catch these things. This is so big for her not to catch. She's using case law that doesn't exist. Maybe she's got Alzheimer's or something. She's using case law that doesn't apply to post-conviction hearings. Did she not check the Wisconsin statute and see which one applies and which doesn't? I'm kind of dumbfounded by it, to be honest with you. Hush, Falcon. So in that, Supreme Court concluded there was a due process right. The court would be short-circuiting the many considered legislative responses being adopted throughout the country by state legislators to handle post-conviction testing issues. This is what the court said. Establishing a freestanding right to access DNA evidence for testing would force us to act as policymakers and or a substantive due process rule-making authority would not only have to cover the right of access, but a myriad of other issues. We would soon have to decide if there's a constitutional obligation to preserve forensic evidence that might later be tested. If so, for how long? Would it be different if different types of evidence? Would the state also have some obligation to gather such evidence in the first place? How much and when? No doubt there would be a miscellany of other minor directives. That's exactly what I said from the beginning. Exactly. This, according to Wisconsin law, the state did not have to hold on to these bones. No matter what Zellner said in the beginning, the appeal court had said otherwise. How does Zellner not research this? How does Zellner not know this? So again, I am not definitively saying that the state's right, but I'm saying this something isn't right. Like, either Zellner's wrong or the state's messing up. One of the other. I hate when people say, I told you so, then says, I told you so. Falcon, you didn't tell me jack shit. You think Avery's guilty. Avery's not guilty. And I'm the one that's been saying everything that I'm reading, not you. You don't even know the case well enough to say I told you so. Since there is no procedural, substantive due process right to conduct DNA testing and no recognized constitutional obligation to preserve forensic evidence that might later be tested, Avery has no basis to bring this claim, Wisconsin, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Clary, I absolutely agree with that. She needs to do her homework because she's like missing tons. Even if Youngblood applied post-conviction, which it does not, Avery has not met his pleading burden. So then it goes on to talk about that more, about due process, and United States Supreme Court addresses the criteria that courts must apply to determine when the state's failure to preserve evidence before trial amounts for a due process violation. Under Tremota, it was California versus Tremota. Under Tremota, due process is violated when the defendant shows that the state lost evidence before trial that might be expected to play a significant role in the suspect's defense. To meet this standard, the evidence must possess an exculpatory value that was apparent before the evidence was destroyed and be of such nature that the defendant would be unable to obtain comparable evidence by other reasonably available means. Evidence does not have apparent exculpatory value if it would be provided simply an avenue of investigation that might have led in any number of directions. So again, this is saying that she doesn't have her facts right. That's really what it comes down to. She does not have her facts right. I don't understand why. I don't know why she doesn't have facts right. She just doesn't. And it's really sick. It's sad. Then it says there's a well-developed body of Wisconsin law that follows and applies Tremota and Youngblood when addressing, hey Linda, I love you too, when addressing whether the state's loss or destruction of evidence before trial violates a defendant's due process. Goes on with Wisconsin law. I don't need to read you all that. Then they go on to all the different people that she named as a defendant. Over the course of the past 2.5 years, since the filing of the original motion of post-conviction scientific testing on August 26, 2016, Avery has changed his theory of who's the real killer at least 3 times. Initially, the focus was an individual. Weren't they using his low intelligence somehow, either defense or prosecution? Yeah, but this isn't... Beck, I agree with you. And hold that comment, because I'm going to address that too. I'm almost done. That's not the issue with this, though. This is more of Zellner and Zellner's mistakes. Avery changed his theory about who the real killer is 3 times. Initially, the focus was on individual A and individual B, later determined to be Scott Blodorn. And then the focus shifted to Ryan Hillegas in Avery's 2017 post-conviction relief. In that motion, Avery claimed the only person who meets the Denny test was Ryan. Shortly thereafter, in the summer and fall of 2017, Avery turned his attention to Bobby and Scott. Since that time, Avery claims, thank you, Mandy Lynn. Aw, thank you. Avery claims Bobby Dassey and Tadek are the real killers and presumably meet the Denny legitimate tendency test. As this court is aware from prior filings, Bobby Dassey and Scott Tadek, along with Blodorn and Hillegas, were included in trial counsel's original third-party motion as viable suspects. Trial court found the evidence lacking in pretrial. And again, in Wisconsin, blah, blah, blah. Presumably, Dassey and Tadek remain as picks. The state will address Avery's pleading deficiencies in this context. So I'm not really sure why that was brought up, to be honest with you. I really see no reason that was brought up. But it goes on and on about the problems that, they had regarding the Youngblood standard. Then they go back to this. The bone fragments were not potentially exculpatory. Further, which I knew they were going to say, further of the Brady rule in the pretrial setting occurred in Youngblood. The court determined that it was good faith, blah, blah, blah. The rest is kind of blah, blah, blah stuff. Avery cannot raise a statutory claim in Wisconsin motion, but regardless, state did not violate Wisconsin statute, blah, 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 which I knew they didn't. But let me tell you what it says. The Wisconsin statute says that except as provided in sub blah, blah, if physical evidence that is in the possession of a law enforcement agency includes any biological material that was collected in conjunction with the criminal investigation that resulted in a criminal conviction, delinquency, adjudication, or commitment under 971, and the biological material is from a victim of the offense that was the subject of a criminal investigation or may reasonably be used to incriminate or exculpate any person to the offense, the law enforcement agency shall preserve the physical evidence until every person in custody, blah, 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 emphasis added. So what they're saying is that Avery's wrong about the bone fragments. The state preserved representative samples of the bone fragments and were clearly identified as being female human bone fragments. The state also preserved crime lab, blah, 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 the thigh bone, yada, yada, yada. In addition, yada, 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 about the reports. What's not true about that, though? That's where they're lying. Because my eyes are burning. That's where they're lying, though, because they didn't preserve it because it was in Avery's 2011 appeal. So and they also said that the ones from the gravel pit may not be human bone. So right there, they're lying. There's no doubt they're lying there. Trying to think if there's anything else like majorly important that I can't sum up. This is a good one. The rapid DNA testing. Rapid DNA testing, again, was never supposed to be used for post-conviction. Means absolutely nothing. And the rapid DNA technology can only be used for identification purposes, not for crime scene analysis. Again, Zellner looks like an asshole. Importantly, Congress specifically designated the director of FBI is responsible for issuing standards and procedures regarding rapid DNA, which is another thing that my forensic guys had said that that Zellner's wrong, and boy, do we get bashed for it. I mean, these are 2 forensic guys, and we got bashed. I want to think back, you know what? I think that's when I stopped fucking with Twitter, was when everyone was coming down on me, and I knew that my buddies were right, because it made sense. They said rapid testing, she can't use rapid testing. It's not doing anything. And they were right. So maybe now I'll come back on Twitter back. But I think that's why I stopped messing with Twitter. Was because they were just giving me like so much shit over it. And then it goes on to say that, rapid DNA testing is nothing. And conclusion of all this, and I did skip a couple things, but it's just legal beagle stuff. Defendant's motion for reversal and new trial cannot be brought in a Wisconsin 94706 motion. The state did not violate this. The defendant's motion for new trial is replete with conclusory allegations and unsupported hypothesis, and the motion is deficiently pled. Lastly, the forensic testing contemplated in defendant's motion is not authorized or approved by the relevant forensic community. Therefore, the motion must be denied. As much as I want to say Judge Bitch is a bitch, Judge Bitch is 100% right in almost everything she said. Almost. I can't say everything. Almost everything. Casey is good, but she's not perfect. She's made mistakes. I think it's a little too many mistakes. That's my problem with it. I really feel like there's just too many mistakes. These are mistakes that should not have been made. You're taking on a trial outside of your state. You should know what you're fighting about. You need to know the rules of the state. You need to know everything about the state. I've been saying this for a long time. She literally does not know what's going on in the state. She literally does not know how to handle the state. I've noticed that. She just doesn't. They're blind to Casey's mistakes, become a cult. Exactly, Beck. And Beck, honestly, I can't thank you enough. I mean, I really cannot thank you enough. Every time I pop on, I see you there fighting. And you're taking on all these people by yourself. I'm not even on there. So I want to thank you so much, and it does not go unnoticed. Clary, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, like, if the state's right. Zellner is so messing up. I think Clary T said it. Clary T said, it's like, I think it was Clary T or Amanda. One of you guys said it, that it's like she's cares more about she cares way more about the people, like the fans, than she does about the case. I don't know how she's making so many fucking mistakes. She's a great lawyer. Why make so many mistakes? It just doesn't seem right. Stacey, I absolutely agree. These are not mistakes that you think, with her reputation, with everyone she's ever gotten out of jail. And it's so hard because you think, like, if she can't do it, who can? Vanessa, I want to have faith so bad. But every single one that comes out, she's wrong. Every single one that comes out, I am not an attorney. And I have been able to predict more about her motions than attorneys have. Meaning, like, Travis and even Tracy. I've been more right than they are. That's scary. They're lawyers. They know the law. How am I predicting more shit than they are? Because to me, it's so blatantly obvious. Obviously, the state is writing correctly. Everybody likes to put a spin on it, how KZ, rah, KZ. Honestly, I used to get 200 people in my lives for making a murderer. And now I have 70. Because I'm honest. I'm not going to do the rah, because there's nothing to rah about. Her last motion, I really thought she had something with the bones. I was really excited with the Supreme Court. I really was. I thought for sure she was going to get a hearing or something based on the Supreme Court. Nope, she's not going to get jack shit. And I really think eventually she's going to walk away. I really do. I want to say there's a method to her madness. I do. I really do. But not when I see so many mistakes being made. Light Truth, I heard about that. I just don't know if it is an April Fool's joke or not. For something in me tells me it's an April Fool's joke. I do believe she can make mistakes too. Just want to know what she has to say now. And Vanessa, don't get me wrong. I absolutely agree with you. Carrie, you missed the whole motion. I absolutely agree with you. I do want to hear what she has to say. And Beck just called us all asshole. No, she didn't. I'm looking. No, that's not. She's talking about people on Twitter, Jamie. She's not talking about you guys. She's talking about people on Twitter. I think she's just throwing anything and see. That's what I feel like, Brady. Like, but it's like her reputation is too big. I suppose, but I'm very bad taste. Oh, her reputation is too good for her to make this many mistakes on every single motion. I agree. There's just nothing. I don't see any method here. I see someone that seems like doesn't concentrate on this case. That, I don't want to say that she's in this for. Hold on. Haven't the vast majority of her exoneration been? Yes, it has, Julie. I didn't want to go there. But I may not have a choice but to go there, but I didn't want to go there. No, Claire, she didn't call anyone in here an asshole. She was talking about Twitter, because I said that, she's got my back, like, she fights Twitter people by herself. And I'm, like, not even in there that much. Yeah, I don't know if it's a joke or not. I'm assuming that it's a joke. I mean, I could see it being a joke. I think so too, Jura. And, when you're working, obviously I've never worked as an attorney, like, a high-profile attorney. But you would think that with a high-profile attorney, you're going to, what you call it? You're going to, how many cases could you take at once? There's no way she's covering 5 high-profile cases at the same time. So, she has assistants on, and I just think that her assistant's on this one, too. I really do. She copied and pasted from a 2-year law student, should have set off records. I apologize, it looked as though calling me an asshole. But alright, it's okay, Jamie. She was talking about Twitter people. I thought this is the AG response. Crockett, it is. Aren't judges supposed to be non-political? Nobody's being political. Nothing's political. I think, Vanessa, looking at it, I think that her first, back in 2016, and I know you've been around that long, I think back then it was assistance. And then I believe her third motion, she wrote. And it's almost like if you really get into emotions, you could kind of tell who's real. I mean, like, who's her and who's not. But she's got the Melissa case. She's got this case. She's got, like, a bunch of cases right now. How many can she all do at once? Crockett, it is. She's just misspeaking. Like I said, Supreme Court instead of Court of Appeals. That's true. Thank you, Kate. If any of the QT family is a growing channel, please let me know. Hey, Lost here. So for anyone coming in, like, because you thought that I was originally starting at 9, I was supposed to start at 9, and then I ended up starting an hour early. Then there was a glitch, and half the people were gone, and I don't know what happened. You look gorgeous today. Thank you, Kate. It's the Reddit and Twitter crap that set off my alarms at KZ. I agree. Okay, I'm from Oz. Are you the Wiz? I know what you meant, Beck. And, I've discussed that. Like True, Jay's Live was an April Fool's joke as well. I told you that. That's what I heard. Stuff's taken from there, I mean. I know, it's... and that's the other thing. She's so... I'm never going to deny her reputation, and I'm never going to deny how amazing she is at what she's done. But every dog has their day, and I just don't think... I don't know how to say this without, crushing it, but I just don't see her ever getting him out of jail. And that doesn't mean he's guilty, because I definitely do not think they're guilty. But I think she approached this all wrong. I think that, and I hope I'm wrong, but I think she approached this all wrong. She approached this like she is the bomb. She approached this like, she's the one that's going to save the day. And she went into this like, they're all small, bumfuck, Wisconsin people. They don't mean anything. And they do mean something. They mean a lot of something. So it's really disheartening to me that... I don't want to say I'm giving up, because I'm not giving up. I'll never give up. But it's really disheartening to me that nothing is happening. And she still hasn't filed the fucking appeal, and it's been 2 years, almost 3 years already. Just file the goddamn appeal and see what happens. Stop worrying about all these little things. Do you not have enough on appeal that that you have to worry about it? And that's what bothers me too. Oh, her ego definitely got in the way. Hadn't she exonerated 3 more since 2016? Crockett, I don't know. But if she did, I guarantee you that she exonerated them through DNA testing. Join Patreon. Have a channel. What is a QT? QT is part of the QT family. I haven't sent you the email yet because I haven't been back there yet. But it's the QT family. That's what we decided to name ourselves. Light truth, he just did a live on how pissed everyone is at him. I really think Jay is pissed at him. I don't know. I think it's a joke. So, does anyone have any questions on anything? So that was like an hour and a half. I didn't even realize it. The appeal probably won't be done for another 2 years. I could see that. She could be filing bad motions on Patrick. It's gone too far. The Supreme Court is so not going to put up with it anymore. Supreme Court is, they're not going to, this isn't game playing anymore. This is like do or die. Like, she doesn't have a choice. I agree. I think she'd do much better if she tuned those people out and actually worked on it. They're on there having a meltdown over it. Surprise, surprise. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, B, you're going to get one for me after I shut down this live. I got to give Broken Wrist a bath and grab something to eat. And then I'm going to send out the letters for the new Patreon. Because there's a few new patrons today. I lost a few, but there's a few more. Not a fight. She's going to win at this rate. No way, Patrick. It's her ego, the publicity, and Twitter stuff. I agree. Appeals court, not Supreme Court. She's working on the daycare worker case. I don't know. You would have to watch it. It was in very poor taste. I mean, Tawanda, come on. Look at douchebag with a phone. You think he's not in bad taste? Thanks, so I have to go. You're welcome, Guy and Jackie. Where do you get your top turquoise? Where do I get my top turquoise? Huh? Oh, you love my shirt? Even though it keeps glitching black? Time flies in your lives. No joke. I can't believe it's an hour and a half. Right, Tabitha? I can't believe it's been 90 minutes. I'm always sleeping when I come in, then I get all cut up. She needs to stay off Twitter. Well, Patrick, that's what Beck's saying, that she needs to stay off Twitter. What would be the point? Yeah, it's too late in the game to be filing bad motions at this point. It really is. I mean, I don't think she has a strategy. I honestly and truly don't. I think she's fucked. Well, I'm more optimistic. Bye. Bye, Crockett. Thanks for explaining the response so well. Thanks, Vanessa. Color change shirt is awesome. I don't know why it does it. I really don't. It's weird. It's like if I don't wear black, it blinks. But I'm like tired of wearing black. I wear black every single live or every single time I do a video. So anyone have any questions on the motion? Clary, honestly, I've been hearing that from assholes for how long now? Like Vanessa will tell you, Allie will tell you. I've been hearing the same shit for years. For like 3 years. Thank you, B-Lady. When I read the 18-page... Cindy, where have you been? When I read the 18-page response, I thought of you. I said, yep, Perplex was right from the get-go. I'm still your patron. I'm reading a book. We miss you. Now we have like 3 different rooms. Actually, 4 different rooms. There's a patron room. There's a quiet room. We have a calm room for those who don't want any drama. We have the drama room. And we have the main Patreon room. We have like 4 different rooms. So if you want to go from the regular room to the calm room, just let me know. Because I know you're a calm person. I can't imagine her not crossing her T's and dotting. It just don't make any sense. What kind of law? So, Bug, I absolutely agree. And this is what I'm having the hardest time figuring out. Like, if the state is right, if the state is right, there's just no way that she's made so many mistakes. Or, you know, even using, like, a lawyer with her reputation. Do you ever look at your fan and realize, holy shit, there's dust on it? Ceiling fan? With her, yes, Mac, you'll be getting a letter from me tonight, too. Facebook rooms. Calm me. All right, I'll stick you in the calm room. With all of the mistakes that's made, a lawyer doesn't screw up case law. Like, you have to research case law. You have to know which case law is going to go with your motion to win your case. To use the wrong case law, a case law that doesn't apply in post-conviction, how do you not know that? Like, that's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to look up case law to see if her case law applies. But maybe she just assumes that they're not going to look it up. I mean, I don't know. I honestly couldn't even tell you the answer to that. I just don't know. It's just crazy to me. You fart rainbows. I wish I farted rainbows. Tabitha Jordan giveaway. About dang, no Facebook, but that is good. Ceiling fan dust, for real. I just looked, I'm like, damn. I'm now with all these secret meetings. They're not secret meetings, it's Facebook. It's Facebook chat. I make my hubby clean it off all the time. Yeah, I got one of those big things. He did his response because even more disheartening. Stacy, I agree. And believe me, I want to believe there's more. I do. I so do. I have been on this case for 3 years. I want nothing more than for him to be innocent and come out as innocent and say F you to all of the haters and all of the guilters, you know, that have been saying that he's guilty for so long. Like, I want it so bad. And I don't see it happening. I just see mistake after mistake after mistake. You know, and like Beck said, she's, you know, using stuff from Twitter. The last couple of motions were about Twitter. File the fucking appeal already. Forget all this other shit. It's not getting you anywhere. Just file the fucking appeal. Still trying to get Blue Topaz Patreon ticket she never used. Juror 13, I'm going to explain. I'm going to be honest with you. She did send me a friend request or some kind of request on YouTube, and I'm going to speak to her. It's very hard because I'm not going to have her as a patron when she's working, when she's modding for Pink and Makeup Mobster and Jennifer Jones and all these other people. I'm not going to do that to my patrons. I don't trust her. And I don't trust her because she didn't come to me. She was already modding for Pink, but, you know, it's been proven Pink lied about the whole situation. And there's text to prove it, and everyone knows it. And for her to still work for Pink, and not work for Pink, but mod for Pink and be in with that crowd so much, that doesn't work for me. I'm not going to put anyone in risk. We've already had a couple of leaks, and that's not fair to my patrons. I don't want somebody working on the other side per se, because they're full of hate and they want in. They want to see what's going on in the Patreons, you know? Obviously, I can't protect everybody, but I try to do my best. And if a mole gets in, I can't help it. I can't stop them, but I'm going to do my best to try to protect it as best as I can. I said I want the ticket someone bought. Oh. I thought you meant for her. Been too busy to be on here. I don't know about these other chat. No, the chat rooms are for Patreons, not for Making a Murderer. Making a Murderer is still my, uncensored group. We all want to see that day. Absolutely. At this point, I think she's stalling on purpose. I don't know. This is too much stalling already. There's a certain extent of stalling that I could deal with. This is too much stalling. You know, and like, I know that Tracy Strunzi, I know she wants to believe so bad, and, you know, she goes to see Avery like every weekend or something, or every month or whatever. You know, I don't think that changes the case at all. You know, I don't think it changes anything. Whatever Jen Jones did, she changed in a heartbeat, Bobby. She said I was so mean to her, and that I was horrible to her, and I put her on the spot. I wrote her off right then and there. I said, wow. And that's when I reposted the video. It was a paid 1-year Patreon. It was a paid year, 1-year paid. Well, it wasn't a paid 1 year. It depends. If she was a $5 patron, then yes. Or a $1 patron, yes. But she wasn't it was top tier. That would only got her 2 months. But I would have definitely done a year with no problem. But I can't do it when she's, with modding for all these haters that want nothing more than to get in the Patreon group and get into the Facebook groups. Oh, you heard that, Mac? Oh, Beck, they're marathons. The last couple of lives are like 8 hours long. I know, right, Patrick? I'm such a big bully. I heard a lot. Bobby, you can watch it. It's up. I mean, it's 8 hours, and there's a lot of ads on it because I knew the haters would love it. I'm like, no, you're not. I removed them. I removed them, Julie, because too many haters. I saw on one of their posts, they were like, oh, did you see how many haters, how many dislikes she had? I wonder who did all that. Ha ha. So once I saw that, I was done. Then I said, you know what? I'm not even going to give them the time to give me a thumbs down. But I mean, it doesn't even matter. Thumb up and thumbs down mean the exact same thing to YouTube. I mean, they're actually giving me more money because they're advertising. Max, she folded. I'm actually may put together a video on it, of a couple of things. So, I really may do it. I'm thinking about it, just putting together a video of fact and fiction, fact versus fiction. But then I thought, like, it really doesn't matter. Everyone knows me. My Patreons know me. People have followed me for years know me. People that know me from Making a Murderer know me. Like, I got nothing to prove. Everyone knows I'm not that type of person. Yes, she is, Bobby. Something happened after the live. She was crying. No, she was crying on the live. Yeah, Mac, you were on panel. You know. No intention changed. Said I was horribly mean to her. What else did she say? That I was horribly mean. And then you have Republican Ash, who's like 24 years old. And all, like, mid-aged women are crying to her. And she's like, stay on our side. Stay on our side. Bitch, this isn't about picking sides. This is the problem. Thank you, Mandy. It's just listening to their lives are just hysterical. Like, it's just funny. Just got on any new news. Jocelyn, you're going to have to rewind from the beginning. I'm sorry. I went through the whole motion from the state. Sonny, I know I wasn't. I believe me, I know I wasn't. And the video's up. I mean, anyone can watch it. For people that do follow me steadily, I would advise just skipping through, because you're going to see a lot of ads. So just kind of skip through that. Otherwise, you might kill me. You may have been badly beaten, no, when she left your live. Oh, I don't know. Tawand, I agree with you. They aren't worth it. I went in there early and got blocked. Yeah, they watch. They watch. I mean, there's no doubt they watch. Oh my God, Ash was yelling, don't go over there again. Stay on our side. Exactly. It was sickening. And, I was telling Barbie and Molly today that I can't watch their lives anymore. I just can't. Like, after like 2 seconds, I get so frustrated. And, somebody said to me today, something that's very true, is that it's almost like they're trying to be us. When I say us, I mean like me, Molly, and Barbie. Like, even Science Girl, Science Girl was picking fights with people. But like with me and Molly don't bash people. We don't sit there and say, stay on our side. We don't do any of that. And all of them are I don't even mention names except like a few, but I really don't. And a bunch of them today were like, they're so hateful and they're so this and they're so evil. And we're like, we're not making videos about you. We're not making marathon videos about you. We're not popping 15 different lives talking about you, and it's almost like they're trying to be us, and they're putting all their hatred on us. And then they're saying we're gaslighting them. They're just twisted. I have to go back in a few weeks. I'm confused who you're talking about. The live that I had on Saturday, Patrick. No, don't go over there, Laura. I'm being serious. It isn't good for me. It really isn't. There you go, Beck. I took advice of somebody just because we knew they were going to load it up. Every single person that hates me, which, this is really funny. I'm going to shut down in a few minutes because I got to give him a bath because I got to go to school tomorrow. But, this is really, really funny part too, though. They hate me so much. I haven't changed. Beck, a lot of Mandy, a lot of people, Patrick, they've known me for like 3 years on YouTube. I have not changed one bit, personality-wise. My hair may change, my background may change, my scenery may change, but my personality and who I am has never changed. These people loved me a month ago. Loved me. Thought I was great, thought I was funny, thought I was beautiful, blah, 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 blah. Thought I was, an amazing creator and so on and so forth. 1 month later, I am Satan, I'm horrible, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the meanest person in the world, it's mind-blowing to me. But a month ago, I was perfectly fine. So, it just goes to show their mentality. Like, with me, and people question me and Molly, the difference is I never knew Molly. I didn't like her before I met her, but I didn't know her. Once I met her, it was different. But it's almost like if she burned me, which I know she won't, but if for some reason she burned me or I burned her, then it would be hard to ever connect again. But these people, like, you're sitting there saying that you hate me, but yet a month ago I was exact opposite. So it's a defunct in them, not me. That's why I don't even care. Oh, I know, Tawanda. Absolutely. They are hypocrites. But let me just state for everybody, and this means everybody, and believe me, it's taken a lot from my patrons, my biggest supporters, my friends, personal friends, to do this, and it's hard for me to do it too. Do not go on their boards and write anything. It's not healthy. It's not good. We can't do that. If we just completely ignore them, they'll go away. Patrons stop writing stuff. Everybody, my friends stopped writing stuff. Everybody stopped writing stuff. I wrote one thing today. I know I said it to some people before. I don't know if I said it on this live, but I was watching a live, and I may have said this in the beginning of the video. I don't remember. But I was watching a live today, and I didn't even know that it was me that she was doing. But in my recommendations, there were like 6 different titles with my name in it. I'm like, what the fuck? About Saturday Night's Live. So I opened this one and never even heard of the girl. I noticed her before on my block list, but I never even heard her before. And she has, she's like talking about my video, and then she shows my video on her screen. And I don't know why people think they have a right to post my video. You don't have that right. You have a right to discuss it. You have a right to talk shit about me. You have a right of freedom of speech that you could say whatever the fuck you want about me. But you have no right to post my work. That's my work. That's my video, not your video. And I didn't give anyone permission to post my video. Now, she's not monetized, and I'm not going to strike her for it. Just like I'm not going to bother striking all the other people for it, because then they're going to fight it under fair use, and it's just not worth it. And I don't watch their videos to even know. But, like, for the record, just remember that, like, you're taking money out of my kids' mouths to talk about my video. Post a link in your description box. Post a link and say, hey, if you want to know what video I'm talking about, click the link. If you can't do that, then you have no right to take my video. Because granted, you're not making money, but you're taking money away from me. And I've done nothing to you to warrant that. So think of my kids next time you go to do that. Again, leave a link in the description box. That's perfectly fine. Share my video to 1 million people out there. But if you're not going to share it, please don't take it. And that goes for anybody. Don't take somebody else's work. Don't build channels based on somebody else's work, because it's really not fair. I know, they wouldn't like it if I did it to them either. Tawanda, that's the point it's at. It's just not worth it. I know, Bobby. Believe me, a lot of people want to stick up for me. Why wouldn't you receive the money when they use yours? Because they're like not using mine because they're not monetized for it. So it's not like they're taking away monetization. Sometimes in the smaller channels, I don't know how it works. But either way, like, I could strike them for anyone that uses my video. But I don't want to do that. Because what's going to happen? They're just going to do it again. If you're not monetized, they'll start a new channel. Most people don't care. People that are in these hate groups don't care. Thank you, Pamela. And it's really, really hard to keep my mouth shut when I'm hearing such bullshit go on and on and on and on. And I'm trying really hard to be quiet. Especially, you know, I do want to see the screenshots because I do want to know who's talking shit. So, you know, we had a troll, a major troll. I almost lost a very important person to me. And she ended up making nice back with her crowd. And she left Patreon, thank God, before I even sent her an email. So that worked out well. Hey, Save Robbie. Ah, thanks, guys. But it really is. Like, if somebody asks me, hey, can I use a clip? Sure, go for it. You know? But now that people are monetized, I'm not so willing to give a clip. Because why are you making money on my video? You know what I mean? Mac, easier said than done, though. Definitely easier said than done. It's very easy to say, you know, it's just very easy to say, you know, it's hard to stay away. Like, I was, against my better judgment, I went to one earlier and I almost snapped. I almost threw my phone. I said, that's it. I can't do this. I can't listen to this. I'm done. Think about it always being positive. You got to know who your real friends are. I agree. Oh, well, we'll just continue to ignore them. It's hard for me to be quiet. Oh, believe me, I know. It's hard for all of us to be quiet. You don't know how bad I want to scream. When they ask, though, they have to link you to the video, and then you get the revenue. Yes. Like, if you were to share the video, you're sharing the link, so no matter where it goes to, yeah, I still get a piece of it. But there's so many videos that pop up, just like Molly. If Molly got a piece of every single person that shared her videos or made a video about it, she'd be rich. Like, no joke. I know it is Light Truth. Believe me, I know. And I haven't seen, like you and Black Eagle, I've seen you guys be quiet, and I appreciate it. Because it's just going to stir them. And I'd rather not stir them. Because they're not worth it. I took all my anger out doing Roto. You want to hear something funny? There's Black Eagle. These chicks bitching and doing this saying, I know. Believe me, Black Eagle, I know. That's what makes me want to throw it through the roof. It makes me want to put like my fist through my phone. I mean, through my computer. Because like I said earlier, I don't know when you got here, Black Eagle, but it's like they're taking on our persona. Like, me and Marissa don't make videos about these people. We don't even mention names. And all their comments is hate, 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 hate. It's horrible. I just go away from my blood pressure is going through the roof. Exactly. My blood pressure was close today. Hell, we're so hateful. And we're so this. And I'm like, oh my God, we're not. You guys are crazy. And I have to get my nails done. So, alright guys, I do have to shut down. It's almost 10. I can't believe this was 2 hours. But I do have to give my little one a bath because he's got school tomorrow and I got work. Let me tell you, my hours changed at work. Oh my God, it sucks getting out so late. Even though I like sleeping in the morning better, I hate getting out of work at 4:30. It's horrible. Black Eagle, I would think so. But man, that's why I said I'm not even going to do it. I'll see all the screenshots that people send me and I'm cool with that. But... And, oh, one last thing I want to announce. and again, I spoke to somebody about it early. I don't know if I announced it or not. I don't understand why people leave a group and feel the need to bash that group. Nobody kicked you out. Nobody asked you to leave. You chose to leave on your own for whatever your reasons are. You don't need to take everybody down with you. I really don't want to mention names, but if I have to, you know, you're over on the other side, bashing me, bashing everything, and yet the last thing I ever got from you was what a great supporter you are. And what a wonderful supporter you are. And now you've seen the light. No, you've actually seen darkness. You had the light when you were on this side. Now you're over in darkness. So, you know, for future reference, if you're going to leave a group, you're going to leave patrons, you're going to leave anything, you're going to leave being a supporter, that's fine. But why do you have to make up things and bash people that did nothing to you? Like literally absolutely nothing to you. It's really disheartening to me. Like if you want to go, just exit. Go. Nobody's stopping you. But don't bring people down to your level because you all of a sudden are down on their level. So I'm going to close with that. Yeah, my baby's better. He's still in pain. Doc said he'll be in pain for a long time. Chin up, tits out. Exactly, Black Eagle. Thank you, Rolando. Rolando, you popped up. Rolando, you have another guy now. We have 2 male Patreons. And so now you're going to be with all these women. I agree. There should not be sides, Valerie. But unfortunately, there are. If you watched Republican Ash's video last night, it was sickening. It's literally sickening. All she was saying was, don't you worry. You stay on our side. Don't go over to their side anymore. You stay on our side. Our side is where you need to be. Don't worry. It was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Good night, guys. B and Mac, I'm going to send you guys an email in about a half hour. And Patreons, I will speak to you guys also in about 45. YouTube broke today. It did break. It was kind of weird. It really was weird. And I lost like half of everybody and they never came back. Just found you by scrolling myself. That's cool, Tani. Hey, from Scotland. So some places it never went live again. But what happened was in the middle of a stream, it just went like kicked off and went to nothing. And then it showed like the cover. And then it didn't come back for a lot of people. And it went from 133 down to 70. Actually down to 30 and then came back up. It was very weird. I'm going to send you a message on Patreon. Yeah, Mac already joined. I just have to add her to the Facebook. I can redecorate up there. Good luck. And, alright, guys, so I'm going to close down. It's already late. For some reason, I keep thinking it's, like, still light out. Ash's not like me, and I think it's hysterical. Lizzie, believe me, it's no loss. Definitely no loss. Can't joke on the intellectually challenged. That's very true. So, alright, guys, tomorrow's a regular live. Not quite sure what I'm doing yet. Depending on how Booger is. Patreon. Patreon is... Rolando, I thought I did add you. I thought I did add you. Patreon is a monthly subscription that it's different tiers, 5, 10, 15, 20, or 50. And it's just supports me, Patrick, with a monthly subscription. And you get benefits for it. Discounts, uploads before 24 hours before, which to be honest, I haven't really done an upload in a while. If you go to, I'm surprised I don't have it on here. If you go to patreon.com/PerplexedQT, let me post the link. Hold on. It's easier if I post the link. All right. All right, so I just posted a link. Patreon means you get access to me 24/7. That is correct. I've joined the right side. Love and light is over here. Thank you, Lizzie. And I agree with that. Don't add one of the others with a similar name of mine. I will not. I promise you, Mac, I will not. So, all right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow night. If for some reason not tomorrow, definitely Wednesday. I may switch around Tuesday and Wednesday. But I will see you guys tomorrow or Wednesday. I broke Hangouts yesterday. That's not good. So, and I love you guys too. I will see you guys on Tuesday or Wednesday. Probably Wednesday because I've done so many in a row. So I'll probably see you guys on Wednesday. We'll do Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. All right? Oh, don't forget merch is out. Merch is out. If you go to, I forgot the link, but I think the mods have the link. You can also find it on my community wall. I got to find out how they're doing it. A couple of people ordered stuff and they never got emails, so I'm not sure how it works through Streamlabs. So I will get on top of that tonight when I'm in Patreon sending out the emails, okay? So I will see you guys later. Be you, be real, and be awesome. Check out my other videos. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit subscribe on my other channel. And I will see you guys later. Peace.